Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today I have an unboxing of a knife for you guys that I am so excited about. I referenced this back in Wayne Sharp Week, a knife that's coming in that I kind of helped revive the knife juices. I have been on the lookout for a good OTF for such a long time. I wanted to get an OTF that wasn't a Microtech for a couple of reasons. Now, before I go any further, I want to specify something here. You're going to hear a lot of comparisons to Microtech in this video. I love Microtech. I have zero issues with Microtech. I have bought probably 7 or 8 Microtechs throughout my life, all within the past 3 years, because of the channel and because I really do just love the brand in general. But Microtech has been doing some stuff that, really, it's more of a lack of what they haven't been doing. I just feel like Microtech could touch up some versions of their knives, make a little changes, some revisions, maybe a little rebranding, stop branding so much on blades, this, that, and the other. Anyway, I'm not getting too deep into Microtech, but you're going to hear some references to them, and these are no cheap shots. Like I said, I respect and love Microtech, but I've been on the lookout for an OTF knife that is a little more, I think, what I consider to be my style. A little cleaner, not quite as tactical, just a good EDC OTF knife, not one that is made to smash out windows and look like I used to belong to Rambo. Something that is just good, clean, and something that I enjoy. And I think I found that. And I may have a very bold statement to make towards the end of this unboxing if it pans out to what I'm hoping it's going to be. And this here is the Axial Gear Shift. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about them or not. I know there's been actually a good amount of reviews of this knife, but there's actually something very different with this knife that I have not seen on any other knife, any other Axial Gear Shift OTF knife that has been reviewed. This is different from all of them, and it has to do with this clip. Notice the clip here, how it kind of ramps up, and then there's a flat area right there. Not so fast on this one. But anyway, yes, you guys have seen it. Some of you may have. I watched some reviews to kind of get an idea of what I'm getting myself into here, but I loved the design of this knife so much I had to check one out. So before I get into this, let's take a look and see what we got. We have the black aluminum handle with a clip point, S35EM blade, and stone wash. This is not black wash, this is regular stone wash. And let's move on with the unboxing experience here. Slide it off. Let's see here. I'm assuming it's going to open like this because that would make sense. And here we go. Let's go through all the literature and stuff here. As you can see, welcome to the fam. Okay, that's pretty cool. Corey, is that his name? Corey, or I think it says Corey, but it looks like there may be something a little else there at the end. I'm not sure. Something Brewer, maybe Corey Brewer. Anyway, apparently he is the Axial CEO. Okay, cool. Did not know that. And here you have revolutionary bang for your hard-earned buck. This is fully made, sourced and made in America. Yeah, this is what they do. That's kind of nice. Material inspection, chassis inspection, blade inspection, internals inspection, assembly inspection, extreme tolerances, wicked sharp, kick-ass action. I'll be the judge of that. April 4th is the day that apparently this inspection was done. That's kind of cool. It's a nice little personal touch. Stickers. Okay. Made in the... that's a cool sticker. You don't see a lot of those, but that's a pretty cool sticker. Made in the USA. Short, sweet, to the point. It'll look good on the Pelican box. And so will this. Stay sharp. Very cool. Oh, that's a flipper knife. Apparently they make folding knives, too, that aren't OTFs. I may have to check one of those out. Okay, and then you have your care manual, which I'm sure is probably somewhat similar to the care instructions for a Microtech. Let's get into this, the most important part of the whole thing. But I will say, I do like this packaging. It's nice and strong, very durable, very thick, sturdy foam in here. Some knives that get shipped out in boxes, they're boxes that can get destroyed in the mail. So whether their knife is expensive or a budget knife, it still kind of sucks when you get a box that's smashed in the mail and you're worried, did it somehow damage the knife? So, nice to see that they have sturdy packaging. Yeah, this is what I've been looking for in terms of aesthetics. Before I even deploy the blade, I want to point some things out. Notice, clean show side, no screws. Does it shake? No. Oh. That's probably the blade inside. The actuator is what I was mostly referring to. Yeah, very solid actuator. Microtechs, they shake. Every one that I've ever had that was an OTF, if I shook it, the actuator would rattle. Not the case. Very, very solid handle from what it feels like before deploying it, of course. And this clip, look at this clip. See, that is, I have not seen that on any other of these axial gear shift. I'm trying to say too much. Axial shift was what we're going to call it. Axial shift. All the other ones I've seen reviewed have a flat end up towards the top of the pocket clip, to where instead of having the full loop and making it a true like ultra deep carry to where pretty much everything's hidden, it flattens out like way down to where like this much of the knife would be showing. And I think they did that to give you something to pull onto, but I think they also noticed after, probably further review and maybe taking some, some advice from consumers and maybe other people as well, that it's always better to have just a true deep carry clip. You don't need that extra bit. If this goes all the way in your pocket, truly deep carry, it's still very easy to pull it out of your pocket. I've never had an issue pulling a knife out of my pocket that has a true ultra deep carry clip. That's just never been an issue for me. You put your thumb here, you grab the clip, you pull it out, no issue. So I love the fact that this is a true deep carry clip with no branding, and it's completely ambidextrous. The other models that have been reviewed are not completely ambidextrous because they only come with one clip, and you would, in theory, have to switch that clip around to make it take it truly from a lefty to a righty, or a righty to a lefty. This one is totally flat. So this has been a change. This is not the original axial shift that I think a lot of you may have already seen reviews on. Nice square symmetrical bottom that makes this clip truly reversible. Very nice. Lefties are going to love that. Another thing I love before I even open the blade, only screws, 5 screws, well, 6 screws. 6 screws on the entire outside of this knife, and they're all on the clip side. The show side is a beautiful presentation. Looks absolutely phenomenal. You get this stuff out of the way, and let's see what this action is all about. I'm so excited to fire this knife, because if it's as good as a Microtech, I'm gonna be giddy. Let's see. Ooh. Yes. Okay. I'm going to say it. The action is literally identical to Microtech, and the actuator is a little smoother. And I've handled a lot of, at one point I had 4 Microtech OTFs at once in my collection. So I know a Microtech Ultratech, and this is what this compares to. Unfortunately, I sold all of them. I don't have any of them left. But this is exactly what a Microtech Ultratech feels like, and it's actually a little smoother. It's not as smooth as a Guardian Tactical. Guardian Tactical is on another level of its own in terms of smoothness on the actuator, but this is smoother than any Microtech I've ever handled, and I can say that with 100% certainty. Another thing that I love about this knife is the blade design in general is gorgeous. Beautiful lines, looks to be a very slicey blade. There's obviously going to be a full review of this where I'll talk more about the actual performance of the blade. But in just terms of a design, this is gorgeous. There's not an obnoxious amount of blade branding, which has to be specified. This looks fantastic. You got S35VN, CPM S35VN on the other side. And now I'm going to say it. And I wanted to say it by just looking at it online, but there's always a little difference of looking at something online and then actually getting it in hand. But now that I have it in hand, I've handled it, this is the best looking OTF I've ever seen. I am in love with this design. I think it's perfect. I think it's everything I wanted for my regular EDC OTF knife. There's not too much. I don't need a glass breaker. Very simple branding up here. I love this milled American flag on the side. Again, very simple, but just nice. You have these little spots here, which I think are just for like extra grip points in case I don't know what those are for. I'm assuming that's grip, some type of jimping, to where when you hold it like this, you obviously have jimping on this, on the actuator, which is actually very nice. And this feels, I don't have one with me, so I can't say it for certainty, but this feels wider. This feels a hair wider than a Microtech Ultratech actuator, which is nice because it doesn't feel nearly as abrasive. It feels actually much less abrasive. I don't have that actuator thumb that I would get on some Microtech actuators. They would kind of chew your thumb up. This is very smooth, very nice. I can definitely tell you guys how well this is going to handle because I'm going to be doing this. I'll probably actuate this blade like 7,000 times by the next time you see this on my channel. I'm going to fidget the holy hell out of this. So get ready for the full review of this guy. But no, I love this design. It's not too much. It's just enough. It's gorgeous. I honestly think this is the best looking OTF you can get on the market. Obviously, that's really all I can speak to right now because I haven't really truly used it. But the way this feels in hand feels great. This is a little, I can tell just by looking at it and feeling it, this is a little wider than the Ultratech handle, which is perfect for me. It feels fantastic in my hand. And the handle to blade ratio, this isn't too wide or too boxy, and the blade is wide enough to where it looks really good with this handle. Doesn't look like just, you know, a little toothpick shooting out of a big wide boxy handle. Looks freaking beautiful. I am in love. This by far is my favorite OTF that I've ever handled in terms of looks. Again, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm going to put this knife down. I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think of Axial Gear? What do you think of this knife in general? And the next time I will talk about this, I will have a lot more information in terms of my experience and actually using the knife to see if there's, for some reason, any reason that I wouldn't like it. I'm going to be really disappointed if there is, but that review is coming probably next week. I will have that next week because I'm going to be carrying this a lot. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think about Axial Gear. What OTF brand is your favorite brand? If you have an Axial Gear and you already know that, then say Axial. But do you like Guardian Tactical? Do you prefer Microtech? Do you prefer the cheaper, you know, super budgety stuff like Lightning or something? Let me know. What is your favorite OTF brand of knife? And I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. I cannot wait to bring you the full review of this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.